witless Emperor Comnenus. He was a fool, but he was our fool. For almost a decade we operated in secret on this island. Our archive was the best kept secret on Cyprus. Unfortunately, even the best laid plans were not immune to Isaac's idiocy.
He angered King Richard and brought the English a little too close for comfort. Is that it?
Fortunately, we were able to convince Richard to sell the island to us. It was the only way to avert his attention.
Purchasing what you already controlled.
And look where that has gotten us. Ever since you showed up and stuck your nose into too many dark corners, the archive hasn't been safe.
I wish I could say I'm sorry, but I tend to get what I want.
Oh, not this time, assassin. Not now. Our little detour to Kyrenia gave us just enough time to dismantle the archive and move it.
You weren't shipping artifacts to Cyprus. You were shipping them out.
Exactly. But not everything has to go. I think we'll leave you right here. You are a credit to your creed, Altair.
And you have strayed from yours.
not strayed, expanded. The world is more complicated than most dare admit. And if you, assassin, if you knew more than how to murder, you might understand this.
Save your lecture on virtue for yourself, and die knowing that I will never let the Apple of Eden fall into any hands but my own.
Keep it close, Altair. You will come to the same conclusions we did. In time.
Everything I worked for in the Holy Land, I no longer want. And everything I gave up to join the Templars. I wonder where all that went. And if I should try to find it again.
Will you return to England?
No. I am so far from home already. I'll continue on. East. To India, perhaps. Or until I fall off the far edge of the world. And you?
For a long time under Al-Mualim, I thought my life had reached its limit, and that my sole duty was to show others the same precipice I had discovered.
Yes, I felt the same once.
As terrible as this artifact is, it contains wonders. I would like to understand it as best I can.
You tread a thin line, Altair.
I know, but I have been ruined by curiosity, Maria. I want to meet the best minds, explore all the libraries of the world, and learn all the secrets of nature and the universe.
All in one lifetime? It's a little ambitious.
Who can say? It could be that one life is just enough.
Maybe. And where will you go first?
East. Our origins seem chaotic, unintended, with purpose and being instilled solely by the passage of time, imposed by nature, and only later by men. What should we do with this rare gift of life?
Armand Bouchart is your typical Assassin's Creed bad guy. Heads up the Templars, is seen in the game like 3 times, and is killed in a boring and stupid manner. Well, it's not like curb stomping the Pope in the next game in this series, but it's exactly as unmemorable. It's a shame that Armand was the most boring villain in Bloodline, since his voice actor is trying hard. I can appreciate the work put in, but the big problem is that Armand's fight is totally generic and there isn't any stakes to it. If Altair stands there, backing away and blocking, then he can throw down about 85% of Armand's attacks. He can break it completely with one of his combos and there's no telegraphing it or instant dodging, so you'll not be able to see it coming and deal with it. For his faults, Armand Bouchart is a difficult final boss with all his combat skills unlocked, even some you've never seen like the combo move that's impossible to make work. Armand has a lot of health, doesn't stun lock, and he can just attack through your attempts and hit you for damage. A lot of dodging and quick movement will be key in this fight, and the counter moves aren't 100% effective. The main reason I don't like the fight is that it's not creative. There's nothing special about it. Armand has all the moves, and he's got such a big damn health bar, and you just have to use normal combat to grit through the fight. There's no satisfaction in learning his moves because he can't. There are no telegraphs, so you can never tell what move is going to come next and be able to deal with it. He's not vulnerable to anything, and each strategy you've got will be as effective as any other, so Armand's boss fight just ends up bland across the board, which does a disservice to the main antagonist in a game that was able to accomplish Soulsian level highlights in the Assassin's Creed series. I suppose another big Templar name being dead and the freedom of Cyprus will be reward enough for Altair. Not rewarding enough for the player, but you take what you can get.